So now in the final section of our lecture, we will discuss the prediction and prevention of preterm labor. In this, we will discuss about the benefits of having good past obstetric history on the outcome and prediction of the outcome of the next pregnancy. Then ultrasound measurement of cervical length is also an important predictive factor, and then some measures are also available to prevent the early onset of the labor with the cervical weaknesses and problems. Then we have we will talk about the progesterone and cervical circulage and its effect on the prevention of preterm labor. So first, the effect of past obstetric history on the prediction and prevention. So if the first delivery is reached to the term and there is no preterm onset of the labor, then most likely the relative risk of preterm labor in the next pregnancy is only 1%. If the first delivery is preterm, then there is 4% chance that the next pregnancy will also be preterm. If first and second both pregnancies are the term pregnancies, there is very little chance, about 0.5%, that the third pregnancy will be also will be if it's preterm. Then if we have first preterm, second term, and then their third pregnancy, 1.3% chance that it will be preterm also. If first pregnancy is term, then we have second preterm, then there is 2.5% chance that the next third pregnancy will be preterm labor. If both are preterm, then the incidence or the rate is increased dramatically, and there is 5.6% chance that the third pregnancy will also be the preterm pregnancy. So history is important in the prediction that what will be the outcome of this pregnancy. Although it's not very high incidences, high rate of incidence, but still the doctor or the obstetrician who is taking care of that pregnancy or pregnant women, they should have an idea in the back of their mind that there is the chance that this pregnancy might be a preterm pregnancy. Ultrasound measurement of cervical length. The measurement of the cervical length is important. That gives the idea. This is the normal cervical length, and this is the cervix, which is the short cervix. The short cervix, the normal size ranges from about 3 to 5, and usually during the about 26 weeks of gestation, the normal cervical size is about 3.5. So anything between 2 to size of the cervix about 2.2 or 2, there is most likelihood that it can lead to the preterm onset of the labor. So measuring the size of the cervix is important. Prevention of preterm delivery, progesterone. We mentioned before in the previous sections that progesterone is the hormone that is responsible for the quiescent state of the uterus. So with the decrease in the level of progesterone, there is the beginning of the uterine contraction. So promote uterine quiescence, inhibit production of pro-inflammatory cytokines and prostaglandins. So all these factors lead to the contraction of the uterus. If progesterone is very important, so to maintain the high levels of the progesterone to avoid the early onset of the labor. This is the HCG raised high early and then comes to the low level, but it's opposite for estrogen and progesterone, raises, and then with the onset of the labor or then the level of progesterone drops that cause the contraction of the uterine muscles. Cervical circlage, there are different types of the circlage. These are the surgical procedures performed to strengthen the cervix, so to prevent the onset of the labor or preterm onset of the labor. There are three types of cervical circlage. We have McDonald transvaginal circlage, which is the transvaginal purse string suture inserted at the cervico-vaginal junction without bladder mobilization. Schroeder, we have high transvaginal circlage. Again, in this there is mobilization of the bladder, and then we have transabdominal circlage, in which the suture is inserted at the cervico-isthmic junction via laparotomy or laparoscopy. Transabdominal circlage can either be inserted preconceptionally or in the first trimester of pregnancy. So all these circlage is mainly to strengthen the cervix to prevent the onset of the labor, and then with the onset of the labor the string or the suture is removed so the labor can progress. So these are the different types of the cervical circlage. Conclusion is of all this preterm labor and whatever we discussed, so many things are tried, management is done, try to reduce the causes of the onset of the preterm labor, but whatever is done so far for the control of the onset of preterm labor is not adequate, it's inadequate, and with all this knowledge and recoveries, still there are incidences of preterm labor that can lead to about 1.1 million deaths every year of the newborn babies. So conclusion is finally that we need to work more on the avoidance of the preterm onset of the labor, so these lives can be saved. Thank you for watching sqadia.com.